This is a bloodworm.
That thing's ugly! Wait a minute! What the crap? Hey! Who turned me into a worm?
Hey, look, Bob! Dexter turned Figure into a worm!
That's because today we're reacting to I Got a Pet Bloodworm.
Oh, and he looks just like a bloodworm!
Aw, he's so cute. Look at him. He's trying to talk to us.
Let's feed him to something.
Yeah, let's go fishing.
That's a great idea! Let's do it!
This is a bloodworm. It is the creepiest, most disgusting creature ever. It even has 4 venomous fangs in each corner of its mouth.
That's so disgusting!
Don't want to get
Oh,
bit by. I'm known
gross!
for keeping the weirdest pets, so of course
Okay.
I found a website that
You can
sells
buy
them
these
as
online?
live bait for fishing. Yeah, literally nobody buys these as pets. I think I'm literally gonna be the
They're
first in the
venomous.
world, which means I'm gonna get to show off the crazy.
Okay, they kinda do look like me.
So hey, let's just check this
Can
thing
we
out. After
eat
a couple of
those?
days, a truck dropped off the package at my house, so I could finally check them out. Here we go.
Okay, let's see 'em.
Expert. I am like pretty spooked about these, but anyways, let's.
Oh, he's scared.
Underneath all the packing material were the bloodworms. So using some tweezers, I carefully removed one to take a closer
Oh,
look.
hey, look,
This
there
is
they
a
are.
bloodworm. You can see that they are absolutely
They look
disgusting looking,
bloody.
and their mouth is even able to extend out of their
Ew.
body like an alien.
That's so
But at the end of this part
disgusting.
that expands are their venomous fangs, which they use to latch onto stuff like shrimp in the ocean,
Ew,
which I'll be
they
showing
eat
off very
shrimp?
soon. Now, one thing though, I actually bought 12 of these bloodworms that I'm
That's
gonna
too
have to
many
keep
of
all
those.
in the same aquarium. So yeah, this is gonna be a nightmare. Now for the
I'd
build, I'm gonna
probably
put in
eat a
some aqua
baby, but
soil
I
and
would
a
never
dirt
try to
mix.
eat a
Eventually, we're
full-grown
gonna
one.
completely fill it with water because that's how bloodworms live in the wild. But for now, I just put a tiny bit of water.
Oh, these things
in
live
to
in
keep
the
dirt
water?
nice and
They're
moist.
sea
I've already
creatures?
run into the first problem because I don't
What's
think
the
I was
problem?
add the water straight to the dirt. It kind of made it a weird consistency.
It looks
And
like
the water is just
quicksand.
straight up black.
So yeah, I drained the water, scooped out the dirt, and I washed it off in the sink. Then I
You
put
can
the
wash
soil back
dirt?
in, covered it in a thin layer of sand, and added the water back. As you can see now, the water stays fantastic.
Oh, okay, that looks cool.
This mound here in the middle will be where I build all the
a
decorations.
mountain.
And I'll even be putting in some red plants, and then
Ooh, and a
finally
little
filling it
fire
all up with
cave.
water. First of all, let's get some pieces of wood.
Wait, how's the fire
I thought
gonna
this
be
design with
underwater?
Multiple of these burnt-looking ones coming from the middle looked pretty nice. I didn't want them sticking out the top though, so I broke off all those extra pieces and planted them in the sand below to give the whole wood
It looks
structure
like
a
an
more fuller
island.
look. Now
It's gonna
time
be
for the rocks. And you may
Bloodworm
think these are just
Island.
called river rocks, but in fact that is
Hey,
not
it's starting to look
this one
pretty
on the
good.
left is actually called an elderly boulder, and this one on the right
Elderly
is called
boulder.
a black of venom boulder. Now those are some cool names.
This guy
Just
knows a
wanted to
lot
say
about
thank you to whoever
rocks.
named them.
But the best rock I have is this. It's actually not a rock at all. It's actually
What is it?
wood. Yeah, just like what I already got in there.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
called
petrified wood.
Basically,
Oh,
millions
I
of years
knew it.
ago, it was buried under the earth and
This
turned
guy
into
knows
a
so
rock
much
over
about
time.
everything.
Wood rock back here. I've actually got a pretty cool plan. As you
He's
can
like
see,
a
I've
dirt
got a little
rock
can of
and
sardines, which you
sardine
basically
expert.
Just open by pulling the. Okay. Just
Never
turn it
mind.
off. Okay, attempt 2. Basically, you just open it like this.
Ew,
and
it's
inside
fishy.
There's some like dead fish that you eat.
Now with
That
the
probably
sardines, I
smells
actually went
so
and put one
bad.
of them under the petrified
Ew.
wood. I'm doing this because I want to test to see if the bloodworms have a smell ability and whether they'll be able to find
Do
the
they have a
sardine under it,
nose?
dig it out, and eat it. Yeah, that should be pretty fun to watch.
Ew, they
Anyways,
eat
now, I wanna
fish?
get
That's
some
so
red aquatic
disgusting.
plants in here.
They
So I
probably
drove to
suck
Petco
their
so I could find
blood.
All right, I'm at Petco and I'm hoping
Oh,
they got some
Petco!
red plants in stock.
They sell crickets. I love eating
Bro,
crickets.
There's not a single red plant in stock. I swear they usually got them, but I guess not
Plants come in
today.
plastic?
Instead, I had to drive home and go buy some online. Thankfully, though, there was a ton of websites with some nice
Ooh, look at
red
those
plants
websites. You
on
can buy
them,
all kinds
so
of
I went
stuff.
and added a bunch of them to
I wonder
my
if you can buy
cart.
Black Widows.
It's gonna be pretty expensive, but hey, I say it's worth
200
it. These red
bucks in
baby.
plants?
Check out.
Since I bought the one
Dude, I don't know if I'd spend $200 in plants.
Package with all of the red plants inside, so I took them all out and started
Hey,
to put
those
them
plants
around
aren't
random
even
parts
red.
in the sand. Now, a few of the plants they gave me weren't actually red; they were very green.
Dude, I get my money back,
I
dude.
like the look of how it was all coming together. I
Yeah, it
also
still
ended
looks
up
good,
getting
though.
These red ruby crystals that I scattered
Ooh,
along
those
the
look
floor of
like-
the enclosure.
those look
Added a bit more
valuable.
red
I
in
like
here,
those.
Matched that bloodworm color, of course. But as you can probably tell, I've been keeping the two sides of this enclosure completely empty. And that's
Yeah,
because I
what
want to build
for?
some custom DIY builds on both sides that the 12 Bloodworms
Oh, he's gonna
will be able
build
to
something.
interact with. First of all, on the right side, I'm gonna make a little cave they can all hide in. Now, in an old
Nice.
video, I learned this cool trick where you get out
That's
a
a basket. That's
cut
not a cave,
hole in
dude.
the front, and cover it in rocks to make your very own cave. So I'm gonna do it again, but this time with 3 different baskets to make a
triple
decker
decker.
cave. So I went and cut the front of the baskets off to be
Oh,
the
man, that looks
entrance,
dangerous.
sanded
Be
them
careful,
down a
dude.
bit so it wasn't as sharp, and I covered the baskets in a ton of spray foam. 'Cause
Ew,
let's be
it looks
real,
like
I wouldn't be
Zeke
Carrot
just,
Green
like,
video without it.
gooped
And then
all
I
over
started to
that.
carve it out to make
Hey,
it
he's
look like
making
the
a
spray
cave
foam
out
was
of
the actual
me?
rocks of the cave. Anyways, here
Oh,
is
that's
the
spray
finished
foam,
triple
dude. It's
decker
not-
cave.
it's not
Looks good,
secret
right?
goop.
Right?
Let's just get this thing in there just like that.
That looks pretty
May not
good,
be
though.
the
It
prettiest
looks like
decoration in the
rocks.
whole world, but a wise man did once tell me it's not about the looks, it's about the
It's about what?
thought that went
It's
into
a-
it. And yeah, a lot
it's
of
about
thought did
the
go into this
thought.
cave, okay?
Oh.
We can store 3 different worms in there.
Where are the
Alright, now
worms?
time for the left side's DIY build, and this time
Oh, come on, I want to see these worms.
Basically, I'm gonna prepare a
that's
bunch of
really
different
neat.
foods for the bloodworms. That way, I'll be able to see which they like the most.
Oh, here we go.
So, anyways, I drove to Walmart to do some food
Walmart.
shopping.
Okay, well, we're shopping for bloodworms today,
Hey,
so I came straight to the
Look,
meat aisle
it's
of
the...
Walmart.
Now, first
It's
on
the
the
meat
shopping list
section.
was some beef. Now, if you remember, this
Look
is
at all that
actually the
meat.
same stuff I fed in my video where
You
I
took
got
that meat out of the fridge and
packages.
put it on the
You
floor.
probably remember they absolutely loved it. Like, I was having trouble getting enough of it, so of course I bought some of that for the bloodworms.
That looks
I
like
also
my
went over to the
face.
fish aisle and decided to buy some salmon, which
Imagine
are a type of
having
saltwater
a
fish,
worm
which usually
and
live
having to
with
go to the
bloodworms in the
store to
wild, so I
shop
figured
for
they
it.
might like to eat that. And also in that aisle, I got some shrimp because when you search on Google what bloodworms like to eat, it says shrimp. So if nothing else works, they
They
should
like
at least
shrimp?
eat
You
this.
gotta get some
Finally, I
shrimp.
went to the aquarium aisle to buy some of these fish pellets because who knows, maybe the bloodworms will eat those too. Once I got
They have a
home, I
pet
got out
section
all the
inside
foods
of
in
the
order
grocery
I'll be
store?
feeding them to the
Oh, never mind. He
It's
was
gonna
at
be crazy to
Walmart.
watch
I
their
forgot.
things absolutely rip this food to shreds, and I'm even gonna show
Ew.
some unseen stuff
Oh,
about
no.
these bloodworms.
You had to blur it
And now
out.
let's get this
That's
tank filled
bad.
with water and get the bloodworms inside. To do
Hey,
that,
finally
I
they
needed
get to go
take out the
home.
food, since it would get soggy if I kept it inside.
Yeah, I'll put this back in there very soon, but for now I'm just gonna store it in my fridge.
Ew, he put it in the fridge
Now, of
just
course,
like
I had to
that.
start filling it up with water, so the
Hey,
bloodworms
these
would be able
worms
to
are gonna
swim
live a
around.
pretty
But when
good
it got to,
life.
30% full,
If
I
they
kind of
survive.
realized a big problem.
Oh shoot, bro! I don't know how I didn't think of this, but bloodworms.
The water's
they
already
live
turning
on the
green.
beaches of oceans, and the beaches of
Oh,
oceans
no.
have salt
He
water.
forgot the
I've
salt.
been making this a freshwater tank. I've been putting fresh water in it.
But it's okay, because thankfully in the corner of my garage, I just
Hey,
have
he's
two
got
big
some
cartons of
salt.
Pacific Ocean water,
You're not
sourced
kidding.
straight from
That
the ocean. Don't ask
is
why
a
I
lot
have
of
this.
salt.
I just do. Anyways, I drained out a
Not
little
gonna
bit
lie,
of the fresh water.
sometimes
and
I add a
started
little
adding the
salt to
ocean
my
salt.
pancreas.
And by the time it was filled up,
It
the salt
tastes much
level
better
was
that way.
0.02, which is perfect
Dude.
for bloodworms.
All right.
Bloodworms
all the
are
red
super
water
high
containers have been
maintenance, am I
met here,
right?
So the bloodworms are good to go in. But because I put salt water in here, it does
He
mean
should
the
just stick to
$200
keeping
on
spiders.
freshwater plants I spent is gonna go down the drain. Yeah, these are all.
Oh, look, they're
Since they
dying.
were all gonna die, I wanted to replace the red theme in
He
here,
bought
so I got this
freshwater
hitless red
plants.
lamp. As you can see, it makes the water have this red tint to it,
$200
which is
worth of
cool, 'cause
plants
you gotta have the
gone,
water
just
at
like
least
that.
look a little bit like blood when putting bloodworms
Ooh,
inside.
that does kinda
Now,
look
I also
cool.
need to get snails inside of here so they can eat any
Snails?
algae that grows.
Now, luckily for me,
I actually
have
like
this
snails.
thing just
Snails-
set
snails
up
are pretty
with, like,
good.
30 just snails in
Let's
here,
start
and they're
going.
called nerite snails, and they're able to survive in salt water.
Oh, those
so
are
that's
small
why
enough for
I'm
me
using
to
these.
eat.
So I got a few of those and put them inside the bloodworm tank. Once they got used to the water, a few of them came out their shells and
Oh, there they
started to
go.
move about the
Running
glass.
around.
Now I think these guys
About to
should
get
be safe
eaten.
from bloodworms because of their shells.
wanna see
but
these
I'm not
things
gonna give
bite
the
him like in the
100%
preview.
guarantee. So sorry guys if you get eaten by the bloodworms. Now for the final touch of this tank. And what I did is
Yeah,
I
let's see
actually
him
went
get
and found this
bitten.
cool picture of a beware of the dog sign, and I went and asked AI to change it to a beware of the worm sign.
Oh my
What's he gonna
gosh,
do?
look
Put that
at
on
what it
the-
generated. That is absolutely perfect.
You could've
Let me
done that
go
in
print this out
Photoshop,
at the
dude.
store real quick.
So I printed it, attached it to a piece of cardboard to make it a sign, and there we go, a beware
Beware
of
of the
worm sign. I
worm.
then even went and spiced up the enclosure a little bit by splattering some red paint along the sides to make it look like blood splatter.
Oh, it's
There we
creative.
go, 100% complete bloodworm enclosure. And I guess
Wow,
there's
that
only
looks
one
pretty
thing to do.
good.
Let's get these bloodworms inside. Now, I'll just be starting with one, and then
Let's
I'll
let
add
it
all
see
the
him
rest
bite him,
as
dude.
I test more and more food. But
Oh, come on. Is he really not gonna let it bite
Free
him?
boy.
And the worm kind of
He probably did that in AI
and
too.
started moving around randomly. And And yeah, well, this is kind of all.
Oh, those
bloodworms
things look
do.
like
They just
Jell-O.
wiggle about, and occasionally they'll burrow under the sand, which is where they spend most
Oh,
of their
then they go
lives.
away.
As you can
Bye,
see, it didn't
dudes.
take this guy long
These
until he
things are
started to do
worthless.
just that. But I guess he got bored of the digging, because eventually he just came out and started to wiggle about.
Oh, he got a
again
whole
above the
mouthful of
sand.
Before
sand.
this guy tries to burrow under the sand
What if he
again,
choked on the
let's get
sand? That'd be
some
funny.
food, see which bloodworms like the most, and we're gonna be starting with just some little fish pellets. I'm not too sure if they're.
Oh yeah, he should feed him his finger.
Let's put him inside.
But there was a slight problem.
Bloodworm
because as you can
versus
see,
finger.
The fish food
Who
was
would win?
floating, and I feel like the bloodworm isn't just gonna swim up to it. So instead, I picked it up with some tweezers and moved it towards the worm. And as
That's
you can see, when
cheating.
I moved it towards
Whatever,
him, he
let's see if he
actually
eats
went
it.
and flashed
He
his
smacks
fangs
him
at
in
me
the
for the
face with
first
it.
time. I thought this surely meant he
Ooh.
was hungry, so I started to wave the food around
Oh,
and fill his mouth
crazy.
a bunch, and yeah, nothing. He didn't eat it.
So hey, fish
Oh, he's
food,
like
I'm gonna give it a
smacking
0
him.
Out of 10, he didn't even want anything to do with that. But next
Are
up,
those
I'm
things
gonna
blind?
some salmon. Now this stuff is so smelly and so oily.
Ew.
Right?
Now, I actually went and added in 2 more bloodworms to the tank, so there was a higher chance of one of them eating it.
That's
Then I
a
did the same
lot
thing.
of
I just wiggled
worms.
the salmon around in front of their mouths until they ate it. But just
He
like the
keeps
fish
whacking
pellets,
with
for
the
some
head with
reason,
it.
these worms were not wanting anything to do with it. Now,
Of
I
course
actually
they don't
think
wanna
bloodworms
eat
need
because
to
you
have
keep
their mouths
jamming it in their
extended and their
face.
fangs showing in order for them to eat food. And right now, their mouths are retracted because I think they're stressed. So what I did was I actually went and put all of the 12 bloodworms in the aquarium.
that's so
and
many
just kinda let them do
worms.
their thing.
And
My
why
thinking
are they
was if I left them
bleeding?
alone for a few hours in the tank, they'd start to get used to it, and then they would eat. After a while, I went and took one of the bloodworms
that is
out
so
and put him on
disgusting.
land. I waited a little bit for him to shoot his mouth
did he
out,
chop
and when
that one
he
in
did,
half?
I grabbed it with tweezers. Now you can
Oh,
really
he's
get a good
squishing
look
its
at the
head.
fangs, and what makes these fangs so cool is they're
Ugh.
actually made of copper. Yeah, like the metal you find underground.
I'd get
And they're
throw
the
up in my
only
mouth.
animal in the world with copper.
These things are so
Because the bloodworm,
ugly.
I brought it up to the
Ew,
third
look at
floor,
them.
which is of course beef. And after kind of like shoving
He's
his face
chopping
in,
his head
he
off with the
instantly bit
tweezers.
down with all 4 of his fangs.
Oh,
and
it's
started to
actually
devour this piece of
eating
meat
it.
and suck all the juices out.
Wow, it took a long time for me to get.
Oh man, that's gross looking.
But dang, that is so cool when they
That's
do
like
grab on. Cause
something only a mother could
like,
love.
literally, it doesn't want to come off. It's
Ew,
eating
let go of
it,
my
not
meat.
take it away. So I think I'm gonna go try that same thing with the last food source, which is a.
What is that?
And once one of the other worms shot out their mouth, I once again
it's
grabbed it
shrimp.
and this time put the shrimp in front of it. He also
Eat the
immediately
shrimp.
grabbed onto it, and now these 2 bloodworms were having the time of their lives
Ew.
eating up the food. After like an
That's
hour,
some of the
I went and
grossest thing
removed
I've ever
the
seen
food
in my
from them,
life.
which was pretty
A
hard. I
worm
had to,
should
like,
not be
kinda shake 'em
eating
off.
meat like that. It's so gross.
And it looks like you can see the little.
And this guy didn't wash his hands after. That's disgusting. Ew.
Venom just sitting on the end of this.
Ew, venom.
One more good idea. Let me go get some.
Ooh, that's like poisonous meat now.
Mom in. Say hi.
Oh, is that his mom?
Of course, I gotta show you a new pet. Just take a look. This one's gonna be quick. You can see the
Dude,
pets in
let
there,
it
right?
bite your mom's finger,
You know
dude.
those are?
Ew, they look like some sort of
Ew, I know, right? They look so gross.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've had snakes, I've had leeches. But
Ew,
these are actually
leeches.
Bloodworms.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Look at all the little tentacles.
Oh, did you see her fingernails? She should feed those fingernails to the worms. Ew.
Go.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Purple right there, that's the mouth of the
I want to
worm,
see
and
it
if you
bite
look
somebody.
Very, very close.
Put it up to your finger, dude. Oh, I don't think he's gonna do it.
His poor mom.
The most disgusting thing yet.
He's got to bring all this stuff home all the time, and she has to, like, deal with it. Ew, I feel so bad for her.
Pet bloodworms for you.
That was gross, and I don't look like those worms. Do I? Anyways, let's watch another video together right here.